In the previous class, we have completed the basic settings. Now we will move to the general ledger accounting. So before we do the general ledger accounting, I will just walk you through some of the important things which we need to know about the general ledger accounting. So here we have one PPT. I'll just walk you through. This is the first component of SAP FI, and this general ledger accounting is also known as GL accounting. In this, primarily what we are going to do, so we'll be creating the GLs, and these GLs we call them master data. In those GL, we will be processing the transactions. Then after that, we will analyze and reconcile those transactions. Then we will be having the periodic processing, monthly processing, month end activities which we need to carry out, like foreign currency valuation, like posting of some document, accrual document, which we do it in the month end. And finally, we'll be generating the reports from the system for the internal external reporting. So when we talk about the master data, so here we mean GL master data. And in the GL master data, we do the settings. So some of those settings we maintain at which level? At a chart of account level. And the remaining setting we do it at a company code level. So that is the reason we call it them as a segment. So we have two segment in the GL master data. One is the chart of account segment and second is the company code segment. I'll also show you the segment in the system when we'll start creating the GL, maintaining the GL, and it is saying that the information which we maintain at these two level, that is a chart of account and company code level information. So this we can change, we can block, and we can also delete as per the client requirement. So before we create any GL, so what we need to do, we need to create the GL account group. And that is what we have done in the basic setting under the chart of account. If you remember, we have maintained different account groups with the name liability, income, expense, secondary, cash account. So these are the account group we have created. Now under these account group, we are going to create the GLs. So this is again an example that we have one chart of account with the name YCCA. Under that, we have these many account group with the name fixed assets, liquid funds, expense, journal, balance sheet account, material account, and so on and so forth. And for these account, we have maintained the number range. Then here we have example of a GL master data that how we are going to maintain the information at two level. So for example, we have a GL, the name of this GL is finished stock account. This is the material account, finished stock account. In this finished stock account, you can just see we have two segment. One is the chart of account segment here, and second is the company code segment on the right side. So the information which we need to maintain at a chart of account level for any of the GL, that is going to be the account number, name of the account. Then that account we need to maintain as a balance sheet account or as a profit and loss account. Actually, these are the two types available in the ECC. But in the SAP S/4HANA, so five account types have been given now. So what are all these five account type? So I'll also show you. We'll see the difference between the ECC and SAP S/4HANA screen. So basically here we can give the account type if it is going to be a balance sheet account, P&L account, secondary account, cash account, or it is going to be a primary cost or a revenue account. Then after that, we need to give the information at a account group level. So under which account group, remember the account group we maintain under the OPD4. So under which account group this GL is going to be set up. So this piece of information we maintain at which level? At a chart of account level. When I'm saying that this information we maintain at a chart of account level, I mean to say that this information is going to be uniform. This information is going to be common for all the company codes in which we have a single chart of account. So let's take example that we have one operating chart of account. This we have assigned to the 10 company codes. And in these 10 company code, we have one cash account. So the information for this cash account is going to be same across all these 10 company code. Why? Because the first level of information where we have the account number, name of account, and type of account, if it is going to be balance sheet, profit and loss, primary, secondary. and account book. So this piece of information is going to be same across all your company codes. And the rest of the information we have at a company code level. So this is going to be company code specific. So for example, you can just see we have the second segment. So for some of the company code, that GL may have the currency same as your company code currency. It may be a different currency. Then the text setting which we have done for one company code may not be done for the second company code. Then the open item management which we have activated for one company code may not be activated for the rest of the company code. So the field status group, sort key. So these are the controls which we can maintain at which level, at a company code level. Then it is saying that the blocking can also be done at these two levels. So we can do the blocking at a chart of account level and a company code level. If you do the blocking at a chart of account level and this is going to be a posting block, then what will happen? So the same so for example, we have a cash account. In that cash account, we have done a posting block at a chart of account level. Then in all the 10 company code where we have the same chart of account, we will not be able to post the accounting entry in this account. Why? Because this is the blocking we have done at a chart of account level. And if we do the blocking at a company code level, then that blocking will happen. That blocking will be impacted only in that particular company code. So it is saying that this blocking, unblocking in the GL master data, we can do it at any given point of time. So we have been given a checkbox, so we can select the checkbox, deselect the checkbox. With this, you can set and cancel the blocking. Then likewise, we have been given a option called mark for deletion. So under the mark for deletion, if those GL which you want to set it for the migration, or those GL which you want to archive means those GL which you want to get deleted in the system. So before you do the deletion, so you need to set that GL under the mark for deletion, so that if anybody is going to use that GL, so they will get the notification alert that this GL is under the mark for deletion, so it may be deleted. So it will I would say caution them to do any kind of posting in that. So it is saying that if you go for the deletion, then what first we need to do? So for that GL, first of all, we need to activate this mark for deletion. Then all those record we have in that GL, so that we are going to archive, and whatever the data we have, the transaction data, master data which we have archived, after that we can execute the deletion program. Then we have the transaction processing. So different kinds of document we post into a system. So it may be a regular document, it may be a sample document, or recurring document, or reference document, or accrual document, reversal document. So there are different types of postings we can do it in the system. And while doing the posting, so we follow a document principle. So we follow a document principle. What do you mean by document principle? So document principle says that whatever the amount you have on the debit side, the same amount you should have on the credit side. Then your document is going to be balanced and system will allow you to do the posting. If you will have the difference on either side, debit side or credit side, you have some amount which is not matching with the corresponding with your debit or credit. So for example, debit amount is not telling with the credit, so it is giving some difference. Then in that case, system will not allow you to do the posting. At the end, the debit credit should be tallied and the difference should be zero. Then you will be able to do the posting. Then it is saying that we will be having a document structure. So what do you mean by document structure? So whenever we are doing any kind of posting in the SAP system, so for each of the document, system is going to give us the segment. So that document is divided into the two segment. One is going to be the document header, and second segment is known as line item. So in both of these two segments, we will be having the fields. In these fields, we will be maintaining the data. Then it is saying that we do the normal currency posting, and we can also do the foreign currency posting. So for the posting of foreign currency document, we need to maintain the exchange rate. And in order to maintain the exchange rate, we will be maintaining the ratios, exchange rate where we can maintain it. So we'll see in the system. Then we have the park document post with reference, then we have the last as a reversing document. So first it is saying that what's the difference between the parking posting and holding document. So let's take the first scenario where we are doing the posting. It is saying that we have one GL, and for that GL we have complete information. We have enough information that with this we can do the posting. So if the answer is yes, then we can go for the posting. System has given us a posted document. So if the system has given us a posted document, then what are the features of those of that? What are the features of that particular posted document? So in that, first of all, it is going to update your GL account balance. Your posted document is going to update your GL account balance. It will give you a permanent document number. So this permanent document number will not be changed. Then once any document is posted, it is final. So we can't make the changes in that posted document except there are three, four fields in which we can just make the changes. Other than that, we have the field like the cost center, profit center, amount. So these are the field in which we can't make the changes. So if you have posted any wrong document, then for that we have a option that we can go for the reversal. But for the reversal also, we need to give the reason why we are doing that reversal. So this is called posting of a document or posted document. Then how this parking document or park document is different from the posted document. So in this case, we have the information, but that information is not complete or that information is not enough. Even if that information is enough or complete, so we don't have the authorization to get the document posted. We don't have the authorization or posting power that we can able to do the posting. So in that case, what we can do as a user, we can go for a parking. So when a document is parked, what will happen? So the features about the park documents are, first of all, it is going to give you a permanent document number, like in the case of your posted document, it will not be changed. Second, because it is a park document, it is not going to update your GL account balance. Third, because it is a park document, so you have the option that you can make the changes if required in the document line item, like amount needs to be changed or your cost center, profit center, text, or any particular field which you want to in which you want to make the changes. So that can be that particular changes can be done. So then once a park document we have created, then we can also get it posted. So for the posting, we can also create a workflow, and under that workflow, we can assign that document to the relevant user who is going to approve it. And if he is going to approve it, then the document will get posted. So what will happen? Document number will remain same, whatever the park document number we have received, so that will be your posted document number. It will not be changed. In that, what will happen? GL account balance will happen. GL account balance update will happen. So system is going to update the GL account balance. So these are the features we have discussed about the park document and poster document. We also have one more type of document called holding document. Holding document is a kind of a temporary document. So there is like less scope for this holding document. So just to give you some high level understanding, so this holding document user is going to create in the system if he has some information which he doesn't want to be part of the system, so he want to have that information with himself. So he can create a holding document, and upon creating the holding document, system is going to give a temporary document number. So user has to give a temporary document number. It is going to be external number. Unlike the parking posting where we will be getting the internal document number. So here this is going to be temporary. When we are calling it as a temporary document, what does it mean? It means that once a holding document got created, later on we are going for the posting or we are going for the parking. So when we will go for the parking or posting, what will happen? So system is going to give you a permanent document number. Then what will happen with the holding? So that will be deleted by system automatically. So that is the reason we are calling as a temporary document number. And also when you are going to create a information with the holding document, it is going to be a temporary information. So you can make the changes in that, and it is not going to update your GL account balance. So these are the features we have discussed about the holding, parking, and posting document. Take a one example. Let's I'll just quote one example. We have a check, and the check needs to be in cash in a bank. So I received the check, then I have went to the bank and I have gave it to the teller counter. Now teller counter is not authorized to post that check, to post that document in their system. So what he will be doing, he will be create a park document. He will be just entering the information and give some reference number, and that reference number he will just share with his supervisor or with his manager. So manager will have the right to do the posting. So he will just check that okay, the information which has been entered by his teller, so that information is correct. Then after that, if any changes are required, he will make those changes, and after that, he will be doing the posting. So once he will be doing the posting, I will get a message that okay, my account has been debited. So that is going to be a permanent document. Okay, so this is the difference between the parking and posting. So the teller, when he is doing the posting, when he is doing the entry, so that can be considered as a park document. And when his manager is doing the posting, so that is going to be a posted document. So when I just say that when we are creating any document, it is going to give us a accounting document number, FI document. So that FI document will have the segment. So we are having the header and we will have also have the line item data. So in the header, what type of information we'll have or we need to maintain? So we need to maintain the document number, document date, company code, document type, currency, exchange rate, so reference number. So all that information we maintain in the document header as whereas in the line item we maintain the information about the transaction like the debit rate transaction, amount we are going to enter, profit center, cost center, segment, then all text field we have the text field, we have a text field. So all these information we maintain in the line item. Then about the foreign currency, so as I just shared with you, so we can go for the company code posting. In that system, is going to give us the balance in the company code and in the company code currency. So company code currency is considered as a local currency. So it is going to give us the balance in the local currency. But if you need to do the foreign currency, so in that case, system is going to give us the balance in the foreign currency. In order to get the document posted in the foreign currency, we need to maintain the exchange rate. So let's take example. Here we have two currency. So we have the currency as SAR and second is the USD. So USDs are local currency and SAs are document currency, or it can also be considered as a foreign currency. So between these two currency, whatever the exchange rate difference we have, so we just update the difference here, and after that we have made the posting in the SAR. It is 3750. So system is going to translate the amount into the local currency based on the exchange rate we have saved in the background in the table. So this is how system is going to maintain the balance in the local currency as well as in the foreign currency. Then we also need to create some support document in the system. And again, these are not going to update your GL account balance. Then why we are creating them? So we are creating them for our convenience, for the end user convenience, so that it should so that these document reduce the time and effort of the user while creating the accounting entries. So these reference document will help them. How they are going to help them? So if a user is going to post the similar kind of document, so what he can do, so he can create a template, and through that template he can just get the information populated automatically. So he just need to give the reference and the information will be there in the header and line item. And with the some fine tuning, with the some small fine tuning, he would be able to create the document. So he doesn't need to enter each and every field again and again. So information will be there. I would say the some minimum information would be there. Over and above that, he can just add something if required. Otherwise, system would allow him to create the document. So under the reference document, we have the sample and recurring document. Then reversing of a document. So if any document is posted and it is incorrect, we can go for the reversal. It could be a individual reversal, mass reversal, individual for one document, mass for multiple document. And both of these two reversal, mass or individual, system is going to ask you for the reason. So that reason we can also add in the system. If the relevant reason doesn't exist in the system, then it is saying that once we have posted the document, then after that we can check the balances, we can check the line item. If any reconciliation is required, any clearing of line item need to happen, so we can get those line item cleared manually or automatically. Then after that, this is how system is going to show you the period wise balance. So you can just see this is the period wise balance. We have the column with the name period, then we have the debit credit, and then we have balance and cumulative balance. So this is based on the fiscal year variant you have chosen. So if it is from April to March, then this is going to be the first period is going to be April, May, June, July. But if it is calendar year, then accordingly it is going to be the balance for the first period, means it is going to be the balance for January, then second for February, March, and May, sorry, April and May, and so on and so forth. So here you can just see we have the entries on the credit side, but it is not showing any balance on the debit side. The reason is we haven't made any posting, and in that posting we have not debited this GL. That is the reason we would have credited this GL, and that is the reason we have the entries on the credit side. Then after that, if you have the entries on the debit and on the credit side, then it is going to give you the balance. For example, you have the on debit side, you have a balance of 10,000. On credit, it is 1,000. So then the balance is going to be here in this column, balance is going to be 9,000. So then this is the column for the cumulative balance. So what are the total balance we have every period? So that is going to be accumulated here. And if you double click on this, then it is also going to give you the line item, how these line item look like. So you can just see these are the line item view we have in the system. And here you can also see the status for the line item. Status for the line item could be open or it could be cleared. So when we can just see this red indicator, it means we have the line item with the open status. And if we have the line item with this green indicator, it means these are the cleared line item. So what we need to do for the and cleared line item? So for the cleared line item, we don't need to do anything. It is self-explaining that, okay, these are cleared. We don't need any further action. But for the open item, we need to go for the clearing. We need to find out why these are open and how we can get them cleared. And after that, it will just turn from red to green. Then it means that that line item got cleared. So for when we are doing the clearing, so we will also get the clearing document number, and we'll also get the date on which date this line item got cleared. Then also you can just see we have the document number, we have the BME business area, document type, document date, posting keys. What do you mean by posting key? I'll let you know. Then we have the amount in local currency. We can, if we have only these field, no, we can have more fields also, and that we need to add, or we can also remove some of the field which you don't want to see on the screen. So for example, you don't have any information for the business area, you want to hide it, so we can hide this column from the layout. So how we can do it, I'll just let you know when we will do the hands-on. And this is how it is saying that this is the account number, we have the name of the account, and we have the company code. Then it is saying that there are some activities which we need to do it in the month end, and these are called period end activities. And in this, we need to change the period. If let's say we have, if let's say March month has closed, so now we need to start doing the posting for the April. So obviously we need to open the April period in the system. Then after that, whatever the line items we have, so I have shown you what are the open line items. So for that, we need to go for the clearing, and that clearing can be done manually and automatically. So let's take example for a open item. We made a purchase, and again that purchase, the payment is pending, outgoing payment is pending. So due to which also we'll have the open item. And let's take example from the customer standpoint. We have a sales invoice. We made a sale, but for that sale, incoming payment is yet to be received. So again, it is going to be a open item. And when we will be getting the payment from the customer, or when actually we are doing the payment to the vendor, then in that case, that line item will be cleared. So we should have the maximum number of cleared line item. And if they are open, then we need to go for the clearing. We need to find out why these are open. Then after that, we have this. accrual and deferral documents. So accrual and deferral documents are the kind of document which we need to create in the month end. So these are kind of outstanding payment and prepaid payment which we can create in the system. We'll talk about them. Then recurring documents. So those entries which you want to get posted on a particular date, on a particular every month or every 2 month, 3 month, you want to get those entries posted. For that, we can create a recurring document. So these document you can also these recurring run you can also execute in the month end if those are to be created in the month end. Then if you have some document with a foreign currency, you need to also revalue it so that we can find out the exchange rate loss gain. And after that, we can carry forward the balance. Then we need to pull out the report from the system. So these reports could be related to the profit and loss balance sheet report we can pull out from the system. Account balances we can pull out for cash, non-cash GLs. Then line item data we can also have for open item. We can pull out that line item data why this is the open item. Why like in these account we have the open item, how we can get them cleared. Document we can pull out from the system. GL information we can pull out from the system, and after that we can also send that report to through the mail, or we can also share with we can also print it that report. So this is the information we have about the general ledger accounting. Now I'll just also walk you through about the posting key PPT. So we have one object called posting key. So this is the important object we have, posting key. Why it is important? Because when we make the accounting entry, when we process the transaction in that FI transaction, so you can just see we have example here. We made a posting. In that posting, we use the cash and share capital account. So cash account we debited here, and the share capital account, the second GL which we have here, credited. So here you can just see through this accounting entry, you can recognize that okay, the first account is getting debited and second is getting credited. Why? Because you can just see here the DO, DR. You can see here the DR, and here we have two. So two we have for the credit and DR we have for the debit. But in the SAP, we will not have such kind of transaction where it is going to give us the DR for debit transaction and credit, and this two for the credit line item. So how we will be able to identify any line item is getting debit or credit? So for that, we can use the standard posting keys provided by the SAP. So what do you mean by posting key? So it is saying that these are the codes provided by the system, and these code we can use for posting of the accounting entries. So how we can find out that okay, if these are going to be the codes for debit and credit, you can just see for each of the debit and for each of the credit, we have been given a specific code through which we can identify that okay, this line item is getting debited or credited. Then we can also find out to which account type this line item is posted to. If it is a vendor account, GL account, customer account, or asset account. So here we have example of these four account type where we have used these posting key. If these are the only posting key, no, these are just a posting key for the high level understanding. We have been given a list of posting keys which system is going to drive it automatically. Here you can just see we have this for the account type GL. If we need to do the debit credit, then we can use the posting key 4050. Then if we need to credit the vendor or debit the vendor, in that case we can use this set of posting key. For customer we have 0115. For asset, if we need to do the debit credit the account type asset, we can use the posting key 70 and 75. So there are three controls through which we can use this posting key. One control is it is going to let us know a account is getting debited or credited. Second, what type of account it is, if it is a GL vendor customer account. The third control which we can have through the posting key, that is going to be the field status. So you have seen the field status in the GL master data. We maintain the variant. In the variant, we have the groups, and through those groups, we can maintain the fields as suppressed, recorded option. So when you are going to do the posting, so you will see the fields in the document. So those fields system is going to manage based on the setting we have done in the field status group. Now it is saying that if you want to do the field setting based on your posting key, so that can also be done. So when we are going to do the posting, so we will be having the posting key, and for those posting keys also we can do the field status maintenance. We can also do the field status setting. How I'll let you know. So let me just go into the system. So I'll take one example, GL master data. I'll pick any GL 200 100 in the company code, and then we can go to the field status group. Here we can just see we have the fields under the group called general data, additional account assignment, material management, payment transaction. And these field we can also see here it is coming as suppressed recorder option. And if you want to make the changes, then you can go to the basic setting, use OBC4, and you can also do the changes if required. Now, this is the control we have in the GL master data through the field status group. Now the same kind of control we have in the document posting in the posting key. So for example, if I'm doing a posting and in this posting, I'm using this GL, let's say on 4th of, so let it be the company code 2277. In this company code, cash account is there. And now you can just see here we have the value date, we have the text field which is coming as a required. Okay. So why it is coming as required? Because in this cash account, if I just show you the cash account setting, so go to the master, GL master data, same cash account in the company code, go to the field status, and in this, if we just take the journal data, in this journal data, you can just see the text field is coming. So that is the reason here it is coming as required. So based on the setting you have made in the field status while posting in document, it is going to give you that control. And now the same kind of control, it is saying that you can have it through the posting key. So you can just see this 4050. So these are called posting keys where we can see them. We can see them with the help of a transaction code OB41. We can use that transaction code OB41. It is going to give us the standard list of posting keys provided by the SAP. So we can just see here we have the posting keys with the code 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and so on and so forth. And these posting keys we can use for debit and credit. You can just see we have been given the first account type as customer. So in order to debit the customer for the different types of transaction, and in order to credit the customer for the different type of transaction, so we can use the relevant set of posting keys. We can just see the system. We have 01, 02, and so on and so forth. Same kind of things we can also see for the vendor. So in order to debit and in order to credit for different kind of transaction, we have been given the standard set of posting keys. Then for the GL also, we can just see the debit credit for debiting the GL and crediting the GL. Same way for the account type asset. So in order to debit and credit the account type assets, we have been given the posting key as 7075. Now in each of the posting key, we have the control that we can also set the field status. So for example, here if we go with the posting key 40, you can just see here we have the 40. Here we have while doing the posting 40. I'll open one more screen and I'll use transaction code F-02 for the posting of data. And I'm using the date as 31st because the fourth month is not open for this company code. Let's have the data 31st March. And I'm using the same GL 200 100 for the posting. It is giving a warning message that we are doing the posting in the previous month, March month. So current is April. Now here I am giving the amount, let's say it is 14,000, and here it is giving, let's say the text we need to enter cash account or cash received, and we can use the second posting key. 50 means giver, so we receive it from the share capital account, enter. So you can just see we haven't received any error. Okay. So when we will be getting the error, when this field status we are maintaining in the GL master data and in the posting key. So both are contradicting. So both are having the contradicting statement. So here we are saying that the field status is required. We are just saying this field text is required. Now the same set of field you will also have in the posting key where, so you go to the posting key data. We have this OB41 screen. In that I'm double clicking on this posting key 40 and you can just see we have a button called field status. You click on this. So in this, if you just go back for the posting key 40, it is saying that which indicator we can use. We can use it for debit and for which account type we can use it. We can use it for the GA. Now, if you go to the field status, it will have all those set of fields you maintain in the field status group. So you will have here the assignment, text, invoice. So also even you can just see the groups are also same. So we have the journal data, additional account assignment, material management, payment transaction. So these groups are also same and in that we also have the same set of fields. But if we are maintaining the different I would say status and both are contradicting. On the one side we are saying mandatory, here we are saying it is hidden. So it means this is a contradicting statement. So in this case, what will happen? System will stop doing the posting. Let's try it. So here on one side in the GL master data, in the field status group, we are saying that the text is a mandatory field. But in the posting key 40, we are just saying that no, it should be suppressed. It should be suppressed. It should be hidden by the system. If we'll go with this statement and I just save it, and if we just go for the posting of data once again in the same account with same transaction with same data. So here we have the same date 31st, same GL 200 100. Posting key you can just notice here 40 in which we have made the changes. Now press enter button. Again press enter button. Now you can just see it will not allow you to do the posting. Why? Because it is saying that the statement which or the field maintenance you have done in the posting key, it is different from the field setting you have made in the field status group, which is in the GL 200 100. So on one side you are saying that it is mandatory, on other side you are saying that it should be hidden. So if it is, let's say if it is not suppress, it is only optional, then it will work. It will work. So here we can just change it from suppress to optional. Now let's see what will happen. So again, I'm using the F-02 transaction code, same data I'm using here. And same GL I'm using for the same posting key 40, enter. Now you can just see this time that error message has not come. Okay. So here it is saying that first it is going to consider the highest status which is going to be required. Okay. And if it is contradicting, so now you can just see we have two status. On one side it is optional, on other side it is required. So it system has given the priority to required. Okay. So this is the one thing, and because for each of the posting you need to use this posting key. And from the user standpoint, they don't need to need to bother about the posting key. So they have the debit credit option through that they can do the posting. So for example, if I just show you a screen FB50 through which we can also do the GL account posting. This is for the end users, and this is the end user screen. Here we can just see we have again the header and we have the line item data. Now this line item data, as I just shared with you, in the ECC, we have the limit that we can maintain the line item data up to 999, whereas in the SAP S/4HANA, we have the limit for the line item data. We can maintain it up to the 999. So that is the number of line item up to which we can maintain the data. Now, if you just see here, we need to give the information or user has to just give the information which account needs to be debited or credited, and based on that system is going to assign the posting key automatically. So how? Well, again I'll just show you. For example, here we have one posting, and this posting we have for, it is on the date 31st March, And here you can just see system has not taken our company code. If you want your company code to be taken here, for that you need to change or switch the company code. Click on switch company code, enter your company code ID here. It is 2277, enter. And again, we need to mention the date as document and posting date. Then come down. Here I'm using one expense account and one cash account. So expense I want to debit and this cash I want to credit. With amount how much? 11,000, 11,000. Enter, enter. Text is missing, so because it is mandatory. So this is what? This is salary paid and text is copy. We want to copy. Now I want to save it. So here you can just see we got the document number 1003. If you go to the menu document display, although we maintain the information through debit and credit, but you can just observe here system has drive the posting keys automatically. So it is showing you the posting key is 4050. It is not showing anything anywhere. It is not showing you anywhere debit rate. So through the posting key, you need to analyze that. Okay, this first line item is getting debit and second is getting credited, and this is the cash account. Sorry, this is the GL account. Both of these two line items are related to the GL account. And through this amount also, you can just see if the amount is coming with the negative amount, it means this is the credit line item. If the amount is coming with the positive amount, this is the debit line item. So this is the one thing. Now I'll just walk you through the GL master data in the SAP ECC version as well as in the SAP S/4HANA version. So this is the present SAP ECC version I'm just showing to you. On this screen, you can just see this is the GL master data screen. So for that, we can use transaction code. It is FS00. If you want to navigate through the path, so you need to go to the SAP Easy Access screen. So I just come out of here and I'll go with the path, which is through the SAP Easy Access screen because it is a end user activity. It is to be done through the SAP Easy Access. So we can go to the accounting, financial accounting, GL, and then master, and then we can go to the GL. And here we can just see we have a option called FS00 where we can maintain the GL centrally. So why it is coming in centrally? Because sometime we may have the GL which we want to maintain only at a one level, which is the chart of account level. We also maintain the GL at a second level, which is we call it as a company code level. But if any information for a GL which you want to see it, which you want to create it at both of these two level, we call it as a central level. And we can double click on this. It will open the same screen for us. So this is the view we have in the SAP Easy Access screen, and where you will be able to see the difference, I'll just let you know. But you can just see these options are going to be same. The screen like layout is going to be same in the SAP S/4HANA. So if you just see here, we have the GL number. So we need to give the GL number which you want to get created. If you want to find any existing GL, then you can enter the GL number here. See here, we have been given this binocular. If you want to see the list of GL, then you are also able to see that list of GL. For that, what you need to do, press F4 key. You can just see you have the information you want to see for your GL at chart of account level. So press enter button. Whatever the GL we have under this chart of account for this company code, it will show you that list of GLs. Okay, now you can just see here we have the GL number. We also enter the company code. Now on the right side, we have these buttons. So this is for the display option. If any GL you already have in the system and you want to display the information for that GL, you can click on the display button. Then if any information for this GL you want to change it, you can go for the change option. Then if any new GL you want to create, you can click on the create button. And if you want to create a GL and the setting for the GL you want to copy from any of your existing GL, then in that case we can go with this option called with template. We'll also use all these options, okay, one by one, but I'll just give you some high level understanding about these options we have been given. Then this is the option block option. We can go for the blocking of a GL. Unblocking of a GL can also be done with the same option. What do you need to do for blocking, unblocking? For blocking, select the checkbox. For unblocking, deselect the checkbox and then save it. That's it. And then next to this is the mark for deletion. Let me just go into it again. Mark for deletion. So this we don't use it very often in the system, in the project. So these are the important buttons. Now the same options we have been given in the menu. If you go in the menu for the GL, you will see here we have the option to create the GL, to make the changes in the GL, create the GL with the reference. Reference means template, display the GL, block the GL, set the deletion mark. Now, the GL information, as I just shared with you, we maintain at two level. And what are these two level? If you want to see them, then you can click on this display option. This is the information I want to see for a existing GL. So let's click on the display button, and you can just see system has populated the information in the fields. Here we have the information at which level, chart of account level, and what type of fields we have. So we can just see we have the account group field. Then we can also see the type of account, if it is a balance sheet account or a profit and loss account. Then we can also see the GL text, it is a short text and long text. So why these two fields are given for the text? Because here we have been given the limited space for the short text, whereas we have been given the more space in the long text. So this is a control we have at which level? At a chart of account level. So whatever the information you are maintaining for your GL, it is going to be same for all the company code in which you have the same chart of account. You have the same chart of account. So this is the first set of information. Now, if you want to see the second set of information, that is called the company code information, company code level information. For that, you can just see we have been given these six tabs. So you need to go to the second tab, control data tab. So the information which we maintain in the control data tab and bank interest tab. So that is the information we maintain at a second level, which we call it as a company code segment. And what about the rest of the tabs, like these last three tabs? So this is just for the information purpose. We don't need to bother about it. So we need to just we need to just focus on these first three tabs. So first tab is for the chart of account, and the next two are for the company code. If you want to see it, you can click on this control data. It will just give you that, okay, what currency we can maintain in this account. And here we have the option to display the balance in the local currency or not. Accordingly, we can deselect the checkbox. Then we can just see the text category, which is blank right now. We can also see the account type, which is blank right now because it is not a reconciliation account. So we'll see all these options one by one as and when we'll go to the GL. So we'll all will use these settings. Then we can also see the account management, which is coming with the checkbox, open item management, line item display. So here we can just see the line item display is activated. So select means activated. And if it is not selected, then it is deactivated. So what does it mean if it is activated or it is deactivated? So first let's see with the activated. So we have this GL 400 100, and let's take this GL for the line item display. How to do the line item display? In order to generate the line item, we use the transaction code. It is FBL3N. Transaction code is FBL3N. So this transaction code I will also let you know, okay, what type of information we can drive. So this is basically for the line item display. Let me just use this transaction code on the new screen. Maybe this is not working. Let's use the same transaction code in the new screen FBL3N. FBL3N. And we are having the same GL 400 100, same company code 2277. Now click on the execute button. So you can just see these are called line item. So for each of the line item, we can just see the information under the assignment, document number, business area, document type, posting date, amount in local currency, name of the currency, text, posting key, PK means posting key, and then we have the company code and so on and so forth. So we can also add more fields if required. We can also hide some of the field if those are not required. So this we'll see under the layout, but this is how system is going to show you the line item. But if I deactivate the line item data in the master data, then what will happen? Let me deselect it, deactivate it, save it. It will give me a warning message. So let's accept the warning and then we can once again go back and we can once again display. So you can just see it is saying that because you have not activated the line item data in your GL master data 400 100 in the company code 2277. So that is the reason system is not showing you the line item data. So that is the control we can have through the GL master data. Now I'm going to restore this control. I'm going to activate it again, enter with the warning, and then we can go back and we can execute once again. Again, FBL3N. I am using for the same GL, same company code, execute. So now you can just see again system has started showing me the line item data. Then after that we can also see the sort key. So this line item which you can just see. So this system is going to sort it how the system should manage this line item data. This we can decide as a user or as a consultant that okay in this line item sorry in this account how the line item should be managed by system if it is going to be if it is based on the posting date, document date, purchase order, sale order, vendor number, customer number, plant ID. So based on the criteria, based on the sort key you will entering here, you will be selecting. Based on that sort key, system is going to give you the line item data or system is going to manage the line item data. So presently, because we have selected here the sort key as posting key. So you can just see the data we have here under the column called assignment. It is coming with the number 2023-09-01. So what does it mean? So this is nothing but the posting date. So what are the posting dates? System has just captured here with the format YYYMMDD here as per this format. And after that, you can also, for any of the column, if you want to do the sorting in ascending, descending, filter, so all these control, you will also have it. So for that, you need to go to the relevant column and then click on this or just click on this column. The color will change from black to blue. And after that, you can just see here we have the option to do the sorting in ascending or descending order. So here again, we can do the sorting in ascending order. So this is how we can do the data management. So if you want to do the slice and dice the data, then we can do that particular thing. Now, next to this is the bank interest tab. That is the third tab, bank interest tab. In this bank interest tab, the important field is field status group. Remember the field status group which we have in the variant. Okay. So in the variant you have many groups. So based on the nature of account you are using, so you will be selecting here the relevant field status group. So for example, if it is a inventory account, then you will give here the field status group as inventory. If it is a consumption, then you will be selecting here the consumption. If it is a revenue, you will be selecting here the revenue. If it is a scrapping, then accordingly you can select here the scrapping and so on and so forth. So again, regarding the field status group, it will have those 70 field which you can manage as suppressed recorder option. And when you are going to see its impact when you will be doing the posting in the account. So this is the control and option we have been given in the GL master data, and this I have shown you in the ECC. Okay, this is going to be little different if we maintain them in the SAP S4 HANA.